Hi everyone, Sher here with you. Welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to share with you how to make a sock Valentine snowman. They're pretty stinking cute. Now I'm not going to actually show you all the steps because before Christmas I actually posted two videos, tutorials, very detailed tutorials actually, on how to make these cute little guys. So I'm going to post those links for both the videos for the sock snowman and for the sock gnomes, for those of you that haven't had a chance to watch those videos. Anyways, yeah, I had a lot of interest that people wanted to see how I could turn these little guys into more of a Valentine's theme. So I've got some samples here for you. I just put these together, so just to give you some ideas on how you can make them a little bit more Valentine's-y. So this one was just basically just plain white. I just used a tube sock, and then I used the extra sock that was left over after you've cut them. You'll see that in the tutorial how you have to cut the socks. And I just used that for the hat. And then basically I've just used some different colored material that I had left over from other sock projects. I've just embellished it with different things. I use twine a lot. I really like how rustic that makes everything look. And then on the top I just tied this at the top, and then cut little fringes here to make it look like a little pom-pom, and that looked pretty cute. This one here I thought I would do a little bit differently than I normally do. So instead of cutting the sock and just making a small little scarf here at the top like I have on this one, I actually cut the sock. I left quite a bit more material, and this one was kind of cool because the sock actually had a big heart on it. So that was very fitting for Valentine's Day, I thought. And it looks kind of like she's wearing like a little sweater. And I just put a little bling. I actually put some little arms on this one because I wanted her to hold this little sign. And these I actually got at Dollarama. They come in a little kit like this. They're meant mainly probably for more like cupcake use, but when I saw them I thought, oh, these would make an awesome little sign. So yeah, you get your little straws, and then there's about 4 or 5 different sayings in there. So those were kind of a neat little find. So yeah, and then same thing on this little toque. I just basically tied this to make it look like a little pom-pom. The sock actually came like that, so that's why it looks like a pom-pom on top, even though it actually isn't one. And yeah, that's that little one. This other guy, similar, just whatever socks that you're able to find. There's some really cool ones out there. This one's really kind of fun because it's very fluffy, especially when you turn it inside out. On the inside it's really fuzzy and fluffy, so I really like the look of this one. Again, I used some of the twine just to make a little flower. Basically just make a bunch of loops, kind of use your glue gun as you go, and then just put a little embellishment on top to kind of hide the glue. And yeah, you can do all kinds of things with this twine for sure. I use that a lot. So you can see that it really doesn't take a lot of embellishing. It doesn't take a lot of expensive things as well. So if you go to your local craft store, you'll definitely be able to find. They've got a lot of things out right now for Valentine's. But you can also just kind of raid your stash that you've got around at home, because you never know what you might find in just all the things you've already got. So I have a few other ones here just to give you some ideas. These ones were more suited for Christmas. I had made these before Christmas, but you can see how, again, all white actually looks really cute. This one, of course, has holly on it, but you could easily switch this out and just, you know, put more heart, Valentine's-y kinds of things on there. Again, I've used twine, and that one's pretty cute as well, but it's not, you know, overly fancy. It's pretty plain. And then this one is one of my favorites. This was a sock that I got from Dollar Tree, beginning of Christmas season, and I couldn't find it again after I bought it the one time, and they never had it again in my store. But anyways, I thought this made a really cute little toque and scarf. So with this one, same thing. I actually had a pom-pom for this one. I put one on there, and this has got some of that I think it's called eyelash or eyebrow wool. It kind of makes just a nice little fringe. It looks like it's kind of like snowy kind of. So anyways, that's that little dude. And then I've just got one more here. Just again, these are just samples, just different things you can do, different ways you can embellish them, different color combinations you can use. And there's that little guy. So some of the socks that I've been able to find, every time I go anywhere now, I go to a dollar store, I'm always looking at the socks. That's one of the first places I go. So I've got quite a collection, but I mean, you wouldn't necessarily have to use Valentine's socks per se. You could use anything, and then you can just use all your embellishments, you know, with your little hearts and your different little foam pieces. There's so many things that you could use. You know, Dollar Tree has these little foam pieces. You can also get these little wooden hearts with the little gems on. Oh, the sky is the limit. You can find little buttons, little heart-shaped buttons. So you just have to kind of look around, and this, like I said, this stuff isn't really that expensive, and you don't need a whole lot of it. So a little can go a long way. You can make a lot of snowmen with just a few simple little embellishments. These are just a few of the Valentine socks that I have found. That one was really cute. This one. And this is the one that I made, the one that looked like the little sweater. But yeah, you could use even solid colors. Like I say, it's just totally up to you what kind of look you're looking for. So that's it for the sock snowmen. Now I'm going to show you some samples of the sock gnomes. So here we have a couple of samples of some Valentine sock gnomes. Oh my gosh, I think these are my favorite, even more so than the ones I made at Christmas time. Those ones were pretty cute too, but I think I have gone over the top with the cuteness overload here. So these actually, you'll notice, are a little bit tiny different design than the ones that I made in the tutorial that you're probably gonna, the link that I shared. The ones in the tutorial are a little bit more short and plump and stumpy looking, and these ones are a little taller because what I've done is I filled the socks up with a little bit more rice, and I put the twine around here quite tightly so that it would kind of help stand it up a little bit more, and then that way it just, I think it just gives it a little extra, just a little bit more visual interest here too with the twine. Of course I love the twine, and yeah, so I did that with both of these. So you notice one I used kind of a white sock as the base, and this one I used a darker sock, so you can kind of see the difference. And then of course I found a couple of Valentine's-y socks for the top. This is a little bit different as well. I didn't cut at all the sock on the top. I just used the whole sock, and all I did is, what I did was I made sure that this heel part, they all come with a different colored heel, I find, so you'll want to make sure that that obviously is going to be going to the back. And then all I did was I just kind of rolled this up, and then I just put that right on top of the gnome's little head, and then I didn't stuff this or anything, and I just kind of rolled it around, and then just put a little pom-pom like you see here right on the end. You know, you don't have to do a pom-pom, especially with these socks that have a colored tip. All you need to do is just tie this with some twine or thread or whatever, and then it makes its own little pom-pom, just like that. So I did have some of these little pom-poms kicking around after Christmas time. I had a few left, so I just thought I would kind of put those on the end just to make it a little longer. And again, I put a little more twine on here, it makes it look a little bit more rustic. And then my favorite little cute little finds here, these little signs, I just love them. Now you could make your own signs too, and then you can totally customize it for whoever it is that you're going to be giving these little guys to for Valentine's Day. Yeah, anyways, really happy with the way these little guys turned out. This I actually got, this was a little felt piece that I got from Dollarama, and so all I did was I just took a little black felt marker and I just kind of did these little dots all the way around, so it looks kind of like it's been kind of like thread, like it's been sewn. And then I just put a little bead, a little pearl right in the center there, just to kind of set it off. And these were made, as again, when you watch the tutorial, the little noses, in case you're wondering how those are made, all that is there's two little cotton balls stuffed inside a little piece of pantyhose, and then I just tied it on the back with a little elastic band just to make it in a little round shape, and then I just glued these on. Now, these little beards, oh my gosh, I got so lucky at Christmas time, and I was able to get my hands on these. I found these at Dollarama actually, and so they're like they came in a 3-pack, and there were these little adhesive Santa mustaches. And I actually bought about 5 packages of these because I knew at the end of after Christmas I was going to be making some more gnomes for sure, because I just love them so much. They're so darn cute. So I really, really like the mustaches, but you can also make like a beard. So I had previously made some of the gnomes with a little fuzzy beard here. This is just some of that faux fur that you can get this at Walmart. You can get this different places, Michael's. It can be a little pricey though. So basically all you do is you're going to just cut a little triangular piece, and you just kind of put it into place here under the nose like that. So that's just a different look altogether. That would look totally different. But like I say, I kind of like how this just all stays open when you don't have the big beard here, and then I just love this little mustache. Now, if you were looking for other alternatives, if you can't find the faux fur, or you're at home and you really want to make one of these and you just don't have access to that, I've seen other people use all kinds of different things for the actual beards. There's a few different things you could use. Dollar Tree sells these little, what are they calling them? They're calling them super soft microfiber cloths. You get these in like where the automotive stuff is, and they are super soft and they're kind of fuzzy. And I've seen where people have just kind of cut this into triangle and done the same thing and made like a little beard out of this. I've also seen where people have taken the white dusters from Dollar Tree that are like that you put on a little holder and then you go around and you dust your house with. Well, they're kind of white and fluffy and whatever too, and I've seen where people have cut those and used those for a little beard, and that looks perfectly fine too. So it's totally up to you what you want to use. Like I said, just use whatever you've got. So there you go. I hope this has inspired you guys to make some of your own sock snowman and some stock gnomes Valentines. Yeah, so there you go. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And until next time, I'll catch you again. Bye for now.